One lives in constant motion dodging lions, crossing rivers, and surviving in the raw wilds of Africa. The other has walked beside humans for thousands of years carrying burdens, braving deserts, and kicking with legendary stubbornness. They're cousins. They're survivors. But only one still carries the untamed spirit of the wild. This isn't just about stripes or strength. This is about instinct, grit, and the soul of survival. So who's truly wilder at heart is the zebra, the icon of the African plains, or the donkey, the underestimated powerhouse of the domesticated world? Let's find out. Both zebras and donkeys share a deep ancestral bond. They're part of the equity family, relatives of the mighty horse. But somewhere along the evolutionary road, their paths split, and nature wrote two very different stories. Zebras evolved in the unpredictable wilds of Africa's open plains, where survival means constant alertness, herd coordination, and split-second decisions. No fences, no safety nets, just predators, migration, and instinct. Meanwhile, donkeys took a different route originating in North Africa and the Middle East. Tough terrain, scorching heat, sparse food. These deserts bred a creature known for endurance, caution, and yes, that famous stubborn streak. But here's where things really diverge. Donkeys were domesticated over 5,000 years ago, becoming one of humanity's most dependable companions. Zebras, never tamed. Despite centuries of attempts, they remain wild, unpredictable, and untouchable. From the very beginning, evolution shaped one to work alongside man and the other to outrun death in the untamed wild. To understand these animals, you have to step into their world. Let's start with the zebra, nature's nomad of the African plains. Zebras live where survival is a full-time job. From the grassy plains to woodlands and rolling savannas, they're always on the move, migrating in huge herds, following water, avoiding predators, and never staying in one place too long. Their environment breeds alertness, constant motion, deep-rooted fear, and fierce loyalty to the herd. Now, meet the donkey. Born in the rugged deserts of North Africa and the Middle East, these animals were shaped by extremes of rocky terrain, blazing heat, and long stretches without water. Donkeys learned to think independently, assess danger cautiously, and conserve energy. They're less reactive, more calculating. And while zebras rely on the herd, donkeys rely on themselves. Today, donkeys live everywhere: farms, mountains, even urban edges. They've adapted alongside humans, yet still carry the instincts of their desert ancestors. So, who's more self-reliant in the wild? The zebra is fast, reactive, and always with the group? Or the donkey is slow, steady, and confident in solitude? Two lifestyles, two survival blueprints. But both are designed to outlast the odds. Let's talk about survival tools and the hardware evolution handed down to these hoofed warriors. Size and strength. Zebras are slightly larger, standing up to 5 feet at the shoulder and weighing in at around 770 pounds. Donkeys are shorter and stockier, with an average weight of 400 to 570 pounds, but don't let that fool you. In terms of speed, the zebra is the sprinter, clocking up to 40 miles per hour when chased. Their best defense? Outrun the threat. Donkeys, on the other hand, aren't built for flight, they're built for fight. And then there are the signature features. Zebra stripes are more than just a fashion statement. They confuse predators, distort outlines in a herd, and may even repel biting insects. Donkeys bring something else to the table: those large, radar-like ears. Not only do they cool the body in hot climates, they also offer exceptional hearing. A donkey can hear threats long before they arrive. So who's better built to handle danger? The zebra, speedy and disguised by nature's art, or the donkey, calculated, watchful, and deceptively powerful? Two different arsenals. One goal: survive the wild, no matter what form it takes. Wildness isn't just physical, it lives in the mind and spirit. And when it comes to behavior and temperament, zebras and donkeys couldn't be more different. Zebras live in tight-knit herds, often led by a dominant stallion. Their social structure is intense, highly alert, quick to fight, and bound by the instinct to move and survive together. But don't mistake donkeys for loners. They form strong pair bonds, often lifelong, with other donkeys, and even with humans and animals they trust. Their social lives are simpler, but deeply emotional. Now let's talk about temperament. Zebras are famously unpredictable. Try to approach one and you might get bit, kicked, or bolted on. They're wild to the core, with zero tolerance for control. And donkeys? Known for one thing, stubbornness. But what if that's not disobedience but intelligence? Unlike horses or zebras, donkeys don't blindly flee. They pause, assess, and make calculated decisions. In dangerous terrain, that kind of thinking can save lives. So who's more wild at heart? The zebra untamed, untrainable, and fierce in its freedom? Or the donkey silent, stubborn, and fiercely independent in its own right? Wildness isn't always about chaos. Sometimes, it's about the quiet refusal to be controlled. When it comes to survival, brains matter just as much as brawn. So let's dive into the minds of our two contenders. Zebras are highly alert animals. In the wild, missing a signal could mean becoming dinner. So, they've developed sharp visual cues and group communication systems. Ear flicks, tail twitches, body angles used to silently warn the herd. They also vocalize, high-pitched barks, brays, and whinnies, especially during distress. It's fast, reactive communication designed to mobilize herds instantly. Now the donkey. Not as flashy, but don't be fooled. Donkeys have incredible memories able to remember locations, companions, and even human faces for years. And when faced with a problem, they don't panic. They think. This stubbornness we joke about, it's actually cautious reasoning. They weigh their options and won't move until they know it's safe. Donkeys also have a wide vocal range from deep brays to sharp alarm calls. But more impressive is their emotional intelligence. They form bonds, sense danger, and show loyalty and grief. In fact, when a donkey loses a companion, it can mourn for days. So who's smarter? The zebra hyper-aware, fast-reacting, hardwired for survival in packs? Or the donkey is calm, strategic, emotionally aware, and built for long-term survival? In the end, wildness isn't just action, it's the mind behind the instinct. Humans have always had a complicated relationship with animals. Some creatures have become companions, workers, and even family. Others? Well, they've stayed wild, refusing to be tamed. Donkeys have long been part of human history, not just as workers, but as companions. They've been used for transport, farm labor, and even as therapy animals. Their gentle nature and strong emotional bonds make them perfect for support roles, whether as pack animals on mountain treks or as a calming presence for people in need. But zebras? Well, they've always been a different story. Despite multiple attempts, zebras have never been successfully domesticated. Why? Because they just don't play by the rules. They are highly independent and inherently wild, with a deep-set instinct to avoid human control. Zebras simply don't tolerate captivity the way donkeys do. They resist, they fight, they break free at every chance. Their wild heart is too strong to subdue. So how do these two respond to captivity? Donkeys settle in their work, they bond, they adapt to human life. They've been tamed but still keep their independent streak intact. Zebras, on the other hand, rarely calm down. They remain wild at heart, a reminder that no matter how much we try to control nature, it will always fight back. The donkey may be tamed, but in its soul, it's fiercely independent. The zebra? Its untamed spirit remains, even when trapped in a cage. Now, it's time to bring it all together. From evolution, habitat, and strength to behavior, intelligence, and survival. The zebra's wildness comes from its need to survive in Africa's brutal savannas, constantly evading predators in massive herds. Its speed, agility, and instinctive teamwork make it one of the most iconic survivors of the animal kingdom. The donkey, meanwhile, was shaped by the arid deserts of the Middle East and Africa. While it has been domesticated by humans for centuries, the donkey's independence and fierce spirit have never been broken. Its stubbornness? A sign of intelligence and caution, survival skills honed over millennia. So who's the ultimate survivor? Well, here's the twist. Both the donkey and the zebra represent different kinds of resilience. The donkey may live among humans, but it's no pushover. Its wildness lies in its strength of character and independent spirit. It has adapted to human life, but still retains the heart of a survivor. The zebra, on the other hand, was never tamed. Its wildness comes from its uncompromising survival instincts, constantly avoiding danger in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. Wildness isn't about where you live, It's about what drives you. Both of these animals, different in so many ways, carry a wild heart that beats in their own unique way. So we've asked the big question today: who's wilder at heart? Is it the independent spirit of the donkey or the unstoppable drive of the zebra? Now, it's your turn, Team Zebra or Team Donkey. Drop your answer in the comments below, and let's hear your thoughts on which of these two animals has the truest wild heart. If you enjoyed this showdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a battle.